We're here with my dear friend Jenny, who is considered the tree lady, leads the reforestation efforts here in Costa Rica. And she's giving a talk at our fruit festival this year, and she gave one in our inaugural fruit festival at Punta Mona in 2016 on Community Carbon Trees Costa Rica, her organization. And we have a partnership with Jenny. We are donating thousands of fruit trees to her to disseminate to her network of what she is already planting, all the indigenous and endemic endangered trees with her Tico partners. And so we're gonna let Jenny give a little talk about her organization and what she represents and does, and our partnership together with the Fruit Festival.
Thank you, Trey. Yeah, I had such a great time last year at the Fruit Festival, and it was such a joy to be able to share what we do with so many people and collaborate with you guys. You gave us, I think, 500 or 600 trees last year, and almost all of those trees went out to be planted on farms owned by Costa Ricans. And basically that is our model, that we pay local people to produce, prepare the soils, plant the trees, and maintain them for 4 years on their own farms. And we do this with money that people donate from sponsoring trees. Businesses participate in our carbon give back program, and we get a few grants here and there to support the work, because it does cost money to plant and maintain trees.
Sure.
Can't just plant them and leave them. And we have seen the social impact of actually empowering local people, paying them to do the work. And through that, we're stopping deforestation, Trey. I mean, we really see that people who have jobs and a little money in their pocket, things growing on their farm, their soils regenerating, their water coming back, they've got food sovereignty. We all care about that. And so we see that being a social reforestation program is the change that we want to drive in the world, so that local people, especially on the equator where there's a lot of poverty, and deforestation is driven by poverty and by need. So we're trying to resolve all of these issues through the simple act of planting more equator trees and high biodiversity.
So can you explain a little bit about what kind of trees you're planting and your impact that you're working with the farmers that own their own land, right?
Yeah, we're working farmer by farmer. Right now we have 31 farmers involved, and we'll increase that number by at least 6 more families this year.
Excellent.
We have 3 agroforestry nurseries, and 2 are medium to low altitude, and we produce about 100 species there, and we're replicating to a new community up by Chiripo with a grant. And so those will be high altitude trees, and we'll produce about 45 species there. And we go for all the rare trees, we go for all the local native fruit trees. We love the cool trees you guys give us, super exotic things that we can monetize with our farmers, because we care about this value added aspect. You know, what happens with the trees after we grow them big enough and they start producing? How do we continue to teach this sustainability, this circular empowerment? And so planting things that you guys give us, like durian and champanek and
Mame sapote, white sapote. All the trees that we're donating to Jenny are all exotic fruit trees with a high market value. So we want to incentivize the farmers to protect the forest even more, because they have a high commodity cash crop that they'll be able to sell at market. And also we will buy the fruits from them once they start to produce. And part of our soul organization, our Seeds of Light program, which we're creating a cryptocurrency backed by seeds, a gifting crypto. And that's going to be part of our program, is when they start to produce the fruits, we want to get some of the seeds back from them so we can continue to disseminate the exotic fruit trees as part of our Fruit the World network.
And it's amazing how well these trees grow here. You know, the equator band around our planet, basically all the same stuff grows. So if we can take some non-natives and incorporate them in that do have this high cash value when they start to produce, that is also, you know, part of our mission to empower local people to have sovereignty over themselves, their land, and to stop cutting down the rainforest. So being involved with people like you guys who see the back end of planting trees as well. You know, we can't just say, okay, we're going to plant the trees and leave it at that. We've got to create reasons to keep these trees standing and, not just feed the animals and the water and the air, but feed ourselves with stuff that we all love and makes us happy. I saw so many people at the Fruit Fest last year just literally tripping out on the delectability. I don't even know if that's a word. The yumminess, just so good and
unlimited fruit.
I never really did that super raw food all the time thing, and I learned some things about eating lots of fruit and going more towards a raw food, living foods diet, and it stayed with me. So thank you for that, and all the great speakers that were there. I really enjoyed cultivating these connections with other people we're all kind of on this same wavelength.